So, talk a little bit about primitive skills, flintknapping, pottery, and how that's made you more comfortable in life.
That's a good question. So primitive skills, some of the pottery and stuff I do, they're beyond utilitarian. They're objects of beauty, but they don't serve much purpose beyond that. I got this fancy pitcher, and I can use this pitcher, and I can go ahead and
Hold it up a little bit higher. There you go.
I can go ahead and scoop up water and pour it, and this is an example of an Anasazi black on white pitcher.
Hold it up a little bit. There you go.
All right. And it's a great water vessel, but all the frill on the outside's unnecessary. And this little effigy pot, little ram, it's cool. It would be a good paperweight, but I don't use much paper out. Toilet paper is about all I use, if I do. It's got a good whistle, and you could probably use that to scare a bear, but I don't think the bear would flinch, and I don't think it'll send anybody running. So, primitive skills rather than primitive arts. Friction fire is a beautiful thing. I mean, if you can, when I was in the Boy Scouts once upon a time, our coup de grace was to be able to take one match and start a fire. And when I got to where I could start a fire with no matches, that was the bee's knees. I had arrived in my book, and I wasn't satisfied with that one way, a bow drill fire. So I figured out how to do a hand drill fire, which is a little bit more upper body strength, but same principle of friction fire. Then I tried a fire plow, tried a fire saw, like a bamboo saw. Then I tried some combustions, and I tried some ways of extending coals, making the little ember last longer until it ignites the kindling, and all these different things just go further in helping a person feel more comfortable in their environment. It gives them different ways of doing things. It's like if I learn how to do a friction fire with yucca on cottonwood root, yucca spindle on a cottonwood root, that's swell until I don't have any yucca or cottonwood. So you're always kind of expanding that to the environment that you're going in, and experimenting and finding things that work and finding things that don't work. And if you find enough things that work in as many environments as you go into, then you've got so many more options, and those options lead to a sense of greater confidence, maybe security. I still got to make the damn fire, but with edible plants the same way. What can you eat? What can't you eat? When can you eat it? How do you prepare it? People think edible plants, there's only one thing: is it going to kill you or not? But there's a lot of different things to consider with edible plants. You want to consider, is it eatable? That means this stick is hard and it's not really eatable. You can chew on this cellulose all day long and it's not going to do much. Is it nutritive? This is not going to be not going to drive much, if any, nutrition out of this either. Is it palatable? I may be able to eat it, actually masticate it. It may have some nutrition, but if it tastes like crap, then what's the use? It's going to make you throw it up. Then you think, is it digestible? Can I even break it down? And the last one is the biggest one. Is it toxic? It's got to not be toxic, So you consider those 5 things. It kind of opens up a little bit more of what you can eat and what you can't eat. All this.
Give me a specific plant, because you may be talking to someone who has never picked a wild edible in their life. Give me an example of a wild edible you'd be happy to find,
Well,
and how you would prepare it.
so I'll tell you one that I'm not as happy to find, but many people still eat it. You even find it in gourmet grocery stores nowadays. Dandelions. A lot of people like dandelions. Me, I think they're acrid. I think they're bitter. I don't care for them. And if I was starving, would I eat it? No, I'd find something else to eat. If I was starving, I wouldn't eat dandelion. I could. It's nutritious. It's eatable. It's nutritive. It's digestible, but it's not palatable. So, but some people might like that. Some people like grapefruit. I don't care for grapefruit. Maybe ruby red, but that's about it. I'm just thinking what kind of plants we got right here. This plant right behind me is called wolfberry. It's got little orange berries, and there might be a few of them that are. I can't see if there is any on there.
Yep. There you go.
And these little orange berries, they're great. They're sweet. They're nutritious. I don't think they're like protein packed or anything like that, but they've got vitamin A and they've got some vitamin C in there, and they're palatable. They don't taste bad. They taste all right. And just knowing of these different types of berries and stuff, and they get bigger. They get like a small little peanut stuff too. Some of the bigger ones. Oh, you should have eaten the orange one. It's a lot better than the green one. I'll find you an orange one. Anyway, I'd pore over books. I'd go to the arboretum. I'd go to the botanical gardens of the different areas. I would go to the college library, and I'd look at ethnobotanical, treatises on what the native populations ate around here. And then I would find the different plants and the identification of those plants. Then I'd go out and I'd find them out in the woods. And I'd do all this before I went out with the students, Sometimes I'd carry books. I'd carry a lot of stupid things like heavy crap just for no apparent reason, because I was a constant student myself. Plants, the ability to find water, to know what to look for, where to find it, plant indicators, animal indicators of water. You walking down the wash, there's not a drop in sight, but you spook up a covey of quail. There's water somewhere within the next 200-yard radius, because they don't fly very far from water. They've got to have that water daily. And so knowing animal indicators, knowing plants, getting high up on a bluff. It may seem stupid to some. They think, well, you just get in a ravine, you just walk it down until you find water. Well, not all ravines end in water. And I've been down many dry ravines to prove that. But if you get up a little higher, and of course you don't do it in the midday sun when you're shooting all the water out of your body, out of your pores, you do it, earlier in the morning or later in the evening when you can still see, and you look for cottonwoods, and you look for tamarisks, you look for sycamore, and you look for, cattail and other different types of plant indicators of water. And by learning these different types of things, hearing a kingfisher, you don't hear that out in the desert. They're only by running water. It all adds into a greater sense of confidence in your surrounding, in your environment, which leads to a more confident instructor for the people that we work with. If we show that confidence through our experience, if we model it, we demonstrate it, we don't talk about it, unlike what I'm doing right now, of course. I'm talking for reason, but anyway.
The Primitivus project is made possible by the generous sponsorship of Wingate Wilderness Therapy. Wingate Wilderness Therapy is a premier wilderness therapy program for troubled teens and young adults that offers hope and healing. Designed for both troubled teens and young adults, Wingate offers two distinctly separate wilderness programs addressing the needs of two very different age groups. Wingate operates from the understanding that change comes from the inside out, not the outside in. To learn more about Wingate, visit wingatewilderness-therapy.com or call 1-800-560-1599. Please subscribe to this channel to ensure you don't miss any episodes of the project. New videos will be loaded every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Please like the videos and share them with your friends. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the trail.